Good morning, students. Welcome to the online class for Standard 10. Today, we'll begin the book Footprints Without Feet, a supplementary reading textbook for you. So, the first chapter of the book is A Triumph of Surgery. So, before beginning the chapter, let's see what the meaning of triumph is. Triumph means victory. So, you can see the picture of this person. He is the author of this book, this chapter. His name is James Herriot. Let's know more about him. James Alfred Wright was born on 3rd October 1916 and died on 23rd February 1995. He is known by the pen name James Herriot. So his actual name was James Alfred Wright, but he is known as James Herriot. And he was a British veterinary surgeon and writer who used his many years of experiences as a veterinary surgeon to write a series of books, each consisting of stories about animals and their owners. This particular story, A Triumph of Surgery, is also based on a real-life experience, and it talks about a woman, and the owner's name is Mrs. Pumphrey, and the name of the dog about whom he describes is Tricky. So he is best known for these semi-autobiographical works, beginning with If Only They Could Talk in 1970, which spawned a series of movies and television series. So another book which is written by him, All Creatures Great and Small, it also has been adapted to many television series and films. So let's come to the chapter. So the name of the chapter is A Triumph of Surgery, and the writer is James Herriot. So I was really worried about Tricky this time. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. He had become hugely fat, like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. So I here refers to whom? I refers to the narrator. And here the narrator is James himself. James Herriot, the surgeon, the veterinary surgeon. So he has seen whom? Tricky, the name of the dog. There are two characters, important characters here. Mrs. Pumphrey, the owner, and Tricky, the pet dog. And the narrator or the doctor here describes about this event. Let's see. I was really worried. Who was really worried? The narrator. About whom? About Tricky. And here in the third line it is written his appearance, how he was looking. He has become hugely fat, and he has compared him with a bloated sausage. So you can see the meaning of these words. Mistress means a woman in a position of authority or control, or the owner you can say here. Bloated means excessive in size or amount, and sausage, an item of food in the form of a cylindrical length or minced pork or other meat encased in a skin, typically sold raw to be grilled and fried before eating. So that is called a sausage. And he was looking like a bloated, overloaded, excessive sausage. A leg at each corner. So you can imagine the picture of the dog fully overfed, excessive in size, only you can see the legs at each corner. And what about his eyes? His eyes bloodshot and rheumy, stared straight ahead, and his tongue lolled from his jaws. So what do you mean by bloodshot? That they looked red. So as a result of tiredness, so the eyes were looking red like blood, and rheumy, watery. Okay, so the eyes were bloodshot and rheumy. And what is the meaning of lolled? Lolled means to sit or lie in a very lazy manner, relaxed manner. So, and his tongue lolled from his jaws means without any activeness, lazily, his tongue was outside the mouth, and he was looking very tired, exhausted, and very inactive, you can say. So from the first few things we came to know that Tricky was a pet dog, which was owned by Mrs. Pumphrey, the owner. And what was his physical appearance? It had become hugely fat, looked like blotted sausage. And what about the eyes? The eyes were bloodshot and rheumy. It was watery and red. And it was looking ahead, looking straight, and his tongue came out from the jaws, and he was looking very inactive and lazy. Mrs. Pumphrey hastened to explain. He was so listless, Mr. Harriot. He seemed to have no energy. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition, so I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up. Some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much, really. So when the narrator came and saw Tricky, he stopped his car and he came to the street where the owner, Mrs. Pumphrey, and the dog was moving and just taking a walk. He came there and he asked Mrs. Pumphrey, "What's the matter with the dog?" And she explained that she thought Tricky was suffering from what? You can see there, malnutrition, lack of nutrition. And Tricky was not showing enthusiasm, listless, means not showing enthusiasm, energy. So what she did, she gave him some extras between the meals. So he was having his food at proper time, and in between the meals she was feeding him all these extra things. So you can underline what are those things: some malt, cod liver oil, and bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. So, and she said it was nothing much. So she only gave these things to the dog because she thought he's suffering from malnutrition. He is not showing activeness. He was becoming lazy and no enthusiasm, no excitement. And so Mrs. Pumphrey thought this dog, her pet was suffering from malnutrition, and she gave the following things to him. "And did you cut down on the sweet things as I told you?" the narrator asked. So, and what she said? "Oh, I did for a bit, but he seemed to be so weak, I had to relent. He does love cream cakes and chocolates, so I can't bear to refuse him." So when the veterinary doctor, when the narrator said her that you cut down the sweets as he told to the mistress, she said she couldn't tolerate, she couldn't see him suffering, she couldn't see that the dog was weak, and that's what she did. So she gave the favorite food of Tricky, that's ice cream, the cream cakes and chocolates. I looked down again at the little dog. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. He had never been known to refuse food. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night, and I wondered about all the things Mrs. Pumphrey hadn't mentioned. So the narrator is telling that when he looked down at the dog, he knew what the fault is. It was the fault of the dog. And what was that? That Tricky was very fond of food, and he could never say no to any food. So Tricky's only fault was his greed for food. And whenever the food was given to him, he was he was happily having all those things which Mrs. Pumphrey gave. She thought he was suffering from malnutrition, but what she was doing bad to this dog. She was overfeeding the dog, and the dog become listless. The dog become lack of activeness. The dog become a blotted sausage. "And are you giving him plenty of exercise?" "Well, he has his little walks with me, as you can see, but Hogden, the gardener, has been down with lumbago, so there have been no ring throwing lately." Lumbago means a pain in muscles. So the gardener, who is Horgin, So he was suffering from this joint pain, muscle pain. So there was no ring throwing exercise. Rather, he is taking only just a few steps of walks with Mrs. Pumphrey. So I hope you have understood all these things. So let's come to the quick revision. So the doctor's name is James Harriet, the veterinary surgeon. So when he saw Tricky along with Mrs. Pumphrey, he was worried because the appearance of Tricky was quite miserable. He was very fat. He looked like a bloated sausage. Only the legs could be seen at the corners. His eyes were rheumy and bloodshot, and his tongue came out of his jaws, and he was looking very listless. When Mrs. Pumphrey was asked what happened to this dog, why he is looking like that, so she said she thought Tricky was suffering from malnutrition, so she gave him some of the little extras between the meals to build him up, to make him strong. And what were those things? Malt, cod liver oil, and Horlicks. Along with that, the cream cakes and chocolates were also provided. And what was the fault of Tricky? That he could never say no to the food. He could never refuse to food, and that's the problem with him. And when she was asked about the exercise, so she said not much, only a few steps of little walks they were doing, and there was no exercise for Tricky. Let's come to the third one. I tried to sound severe. Now, I really mean this. If you don't cut his food right down and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. You must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet, I am sure you are right. But it is so difficult, so very difficult. She set off, head down along the road, as if determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. When the doctor became severe, when he intensely or with great warning, you can say, told Mrs. Pumphrey that if she won't follow the instructions given by him, and the dog is going to be really ill, and she has to follow this strict regime, strict diet she has to follow. And Mrs. Pumphrey promised him, and after that she went, and she went, and it seemed that she is determined to follow the new regulations, new diet for Tricky. I watched their progress with growing concern. Tricky was tottering along in his little tweed coat. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats for the cold weather and a raincoat for the wet days. He struggled on, drooping in his harness. I thought it wouldn't be long before I heard from Mrs. Pumphrey. So, wardrobe means a large cupboard which has cloths inside it, and harness means a set of strap fitting which is there in near around the neck. So when the narrator saw their going, so the progress with growing concern, so he was really concerned about Tricky, and he was really ill. And when Tricky was going, and he was going in a very you can say very miserable way. He was wearing that coat, tweed coat, and kind of woolen cloth, and he has a wardrobe of coats for all the seasons. For winter, he has a raincoat for the wet days. So he was really pampered by Mrs. Pumphrey. He was liked, he was over concerned, he was pampered by the owner, and the narrator was really worried for him. As he expected, the call came from Mrs. Pumphrey after some days. The expected call came within a few days. Mrs. Pumphrey was distraught. So, what's the meaning of distraught? Very worried and upset. Why? Because of Tricky. Tricky would eat nothing. You can see this line. Tricky, who never refused to eat food, now he is not eating anything. So there must be some severe, serious matter. Tricky would eat nothing, refused even his favorite dishes. And besides, he had bouts of vomiting. He spent all his time lying on the rug, panting, didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. So now Mrs. Pumphrey called the doctor, veterinary surgeon, Miss James, and she told him that these are the problems with Tricky. Now you can underline these things. What happened to Tricky? First, Tricky would eat nothing, refused to eat, even his favorite food. Second, what he had bouts of, means some period of intense activity of a specified kind, means he was vomiting. Third, all the time he was lying on the rug. Panting means taking deep breath, not breathing properly. And next, fourth, didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. So now Mrs. Pumphrey was very worried for Tricky. So Tricky was not showing any sign of improvement. Rather, the condition was deteriorating day by day. He was not at all active. He lied on the rug and refused to have anything. So Mrs. Pumphrey was really upset.